Your HPI is the first thing your colleagues read. It's what consultants see before they call you back. Your patients can read it in their portal, and if something goes wrong, it's what a lawyer reads out loud in a deposition. So let me ask you, does your HPI look the same on patient 20 as it did on patient 1? I'm Wesley Baber, board-certified emergency medicine physician and full-time nocturnist. After years of charting stealing my time, I started using PalmER AI to assist in my documentation, and now I leave when my shift ends, not 2 hours later. Welcome to EMTOC. Today, I'm going to show you a feature inside PalmER AI that most users haven't set up yet. And it's the reason why my HPIs come out clean, consistent, and defensible every single time. It's called Snippets. If you're already using PalmER AI, you know the HPI assistant is fast. You dictate or type your case, it generates a short, concise HPI with pertinent positives and negatives. You copy it into your chart, and that part's easy. But here's what I want you to think about. The HPI isn't just a box you check, it's the narrative of why this patient showed up in your emergency department. It's their story. It's the story that gets read by a lot of people. Your partner who picks up the patient after your shift reads it, the hospitalist reads it when they admit, the consultant reads it before they call you back, and they form an opinion about your workup based on how well it's written. The patient reads it in their portal and decides whether they trust you. And in the worst case scenario, a plaintiff attorney reads it out loud, word by word, in a deposition, or even worse, in front of a jury. So the question isn't whether PalmER can generate an HPI. It can. The question is whether your HPI meets the same standard at 3 a.m. on patient 20 as it did at 7 p.m. on patient number 1. And that's where snippets come in. Snippets are saved text templates inside PalmER AI that you can insert with a single click. Think of them as your personal clipboard of phrases, instructions, and formatting preferences that you use on every patient. Saved once, available forever. Here's where they live. See this icon at the bottom left of the composer? Click it. And your snippet library opens up. Each assistant, HPI, physical exam, MDM, has its own separate snippet library. What you save here stays here. Snippets come in 2 categories, and the distinction matters. First prompt snippets are for starting a new case. They insert text into the composer for you to review before sending, because you usually need to paste in your chart data underneath. Follow-up snippets are for refining a response after the AI has already generated something, and these auto-send immediately. One click, no extra steps. So you've got 2 types of snippets, first prompt snippets and follow-up snippets. First prompt snippets give you a consistent starting template. Follow-up snippets let you rapid-fire refinements without typing. Now let me show you how to build them. Let me walk you through some snippets I've created. I'll show you the setup once, and then you'll see why you never have to type these phrases again. Click the snippet icon, then Manage Snippets at the bottom. You'll see 2 tabs, First Prompt and Follow-up. Let's start with the first prompt snippet. As you can see, I've created some first prompt snippets. If I go to the Edit button for allergic reaction, you can see the text that will insert when I click this button. The same goes for chest pain and for headache. These are common repetitive phrases that I ask when a patient presents with one of these chief complaints. Snippets are similar to use of dot phrases, smart phrases in Epic, or dragon commands that automate documentation. I'm going to create one I use on every single patient. For the label, use something short and scannable. For example, let's label this ROS Basic. The full text, I'm going to insert my text here. This is my basic 10 system review I do with my patients. That's it. Now, every time I start a new HPI, I have this snippet available in my first prompt. It drops my basic review of systems into the HPI, one click. Now the follow-up tab. This is where you can get creative with your preferred formatting. Watch. Click the snippet icon again, then Manage Snippets at the bottom, and this time choose Follow-up Snippet. I already created my preferred format for my HPIs called HPI Detailed. If I go to the Edit button, you can see my text prompt. I've instructed the snippet to take the above information and use the following format and fill in where appropriate. I would like the snippet to provide a brief summary in a paragraph style, followed by the chief complaint and then the HPI elements and bullet formatting. Then followed by the traditional past medical history, past surgical history, social history, medications and allergies, and include any triage information like vital signs. Let me exit out of this. Okay, so you've got your snippets built. First prompt snippet has your frequently used phrases. Follow-up snippets handle your formatting tweaks, all one click. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Here is an example. This is a 58-year-old male, history of hypertension, presents with left upper extremity weakness and ultra sensation. He says it started yesterday morning upon waking up. He went to work, but it hasn't quite got back to normal. This is the type of HPI you write when you're tired. You're rushing and you're manually typing everything from scratch. Pertinent negatives are sparse or not even documented. Is this HPI wrong? No. But would you want it read out loud in a courtroom? Probably not. Let's take the same patient, but this time we add our ROS basic snippet, and let's provide some additional details about the encounter. He admits that he should be on blood pressure medications. He was previously prescribed lisinopril 20 milligrams and HCTZ 12.5 milligrams and amlodipine 5 milligrams at night. But he says he stopped taking the medication about 3 months ago due to financial hardships. He does vape marijuana occasionally, but doesn't smoke cigarettes, doesn't drink alcohol. He denies any surgical history. His temperature on arrival is 36.8 degrees Celsius, blood pressure 185/105, heart rate 98, respiratory rate 18, setting 98% on room air. That looks better. But let's apply the follow-up snippet HPI detailed and let PalmER organize our history. Now it reads like a physician who was in command of this case. And here's the thing. It took very little time to provide PalmER with the additional information that helps convey the story of why the patient came to the ER. This is what I mean when I say snippets aren't only a convenience feature. They're a quality standard. They make sure your HPI doesn't degrade as your shift wears on. Patient 20 looks the same as patient 1 every time. So what does this actually mean for your practice? It means consistency. Every HPI that leaves your chart meets the same standard regardless of what time it is, how many patients you've seen, or how chaotic the department is. It means defensibility. If the chart ever gets pulled for peer review, malpractice, quality committee, the documentation speaks for itself. A couple of tips before I let you go. First, start with your follow-up snippets. Those auto-send and they save the most time. Think about the 3 or 4 commands that you type after every HPI generation and save those first. Second, keep your labels short and rearrange them in a way that makes sense to you. Third, don't be afraid to experiment, create a test patient and run it through your created snippets and see how PalmER can create the look you want. I've been using PalmER AI Suite Pro for almost a year. It's changed how I practice. Snippets are one of those features that seem small until you set them up, and then you can't imagine charting without them. If you want to see what PalmER AI can do for your workflow, there's a link in the description for a free 30-day trial. No pressure, just set up a few snippets, use the HPI assistant on your next shift and see the difference. Welcome to EMTOC. I'll see you on the next one.